I mean, I'm sure you've all seen the video by now. But I actually made it, like, it wasn't just the Rickroll for the link. I actually made a spreadsheet for MCEC Season 6. If you go to briffy.com/MCEC6, you can see the spreadsheet. And I made this just, like, randomly. I just copied the Season 5 spreadsheet and put some random stuff on. I didn't really think about it too much. Like, even the dates, I didn't really think about the dates too much. I just put 1st of April every single year. Just to make it obvious to people that it is an April Fool's joke. And I wasn't really going to do anything with it. But the fact that there's snow in GTA, so that means we're playing GTA, on the 1st of April, 2020, which is today, we might as well do round 1, which is Blaine County 24 hours with all GT1, GT2 and GT3 in the Stafford.
Oh, what a scumbag!
And we might as well just do it, and we'll see. We'll see in what, 6 years' time, 7 years' time, in 2027. We'll see if we're still doing it. But yeah, the whole proximity mines and the pit lane thing isn't going to be a thing. We're not allowing that. I'm only going to do 45-minute race. If it's only going to be a 45-minute race instead of 3 hours. It's not going to be any kind of official having to sign up or anything like that. But there's still going to be 5 pit stops. You've still got to make 5 pit stops during the race. Season 6, the April Fool's Trolls season, we're actually going to start it at least. Much more speed now. Is everyone gonna... Oh, the first corner's gonna be absolute carnage. Okay, it wasn't too bad. At least at the front. Yeah, it was carnage at the back. It's foggy. Can't see much. Nowhere to go. So it begins. I've got to do 5 pit stops in 9 laps. That's ridiculous. I wonder if anyone does a pit stop in lap 1. I feel like it's suicide. Because you just end up back in a worse pack than you've been. Oh no! Oh really? I knew something was going to go bad there and it wasn't going to be on me. Rip. Quite spread out already. Stafford. This is a quality multi-class endurance championship race. It's very multi-classy. It's a quintessential multi-class race. It's just that the GT1s, GT2s and GT3s this round happen to be very close on pace. Just accidentally. Alright, 1 lap down, 8 to go. There's definitely a top 3, that middle 2, and then this group of 5. That's the way it looks at the minute. And there's a group of 2 behind as well. Pit stops are going to be interesting. Having to do 5 pit stops in 9 laps. Like, you can't really stay out of traffic in that situation. Because you've got to get the pit stops done. Gone for it. I had to do something different. I was getting held up. That actually might not have worked out too badly. That's some free air. Alright, there's 1 down. Four to go. mixed strategies of 5 pit stops is going to be kind of ridiculous. Like, you're going to have, in the midway through the race, you'll probably have people who've done no pit stops and are technically like towards the back of the pack, mixing it in with people who've done like their first 5 pit stops on the first 5 laps. That clear air was helpful. Top 3 seem like they're having a good battle. The speed! Oh, 2 people coming out of the pits. Oh, this early pit stop might have worked a treat. Oh, it did as well. One lap, all I needed to overhaul most of that group I was battling. None of the top 3 have pitted yet. None of the top 5 have pitted yet, actually. Oh, dodgy. What sort of times are the GT1s getting compared to the GT2s? Oh, that's good, Deviator. .442 lap time for my first non-pit stop, relatively clean lap. Don't think we were too far off with the 9 laps over 10. I think that'll be good. I think I'm in a net 5th place. I'm fighting over a top 5. When whoever's in front of me pits, I'm gonna pass them. But there might be people behind me who are ahead of me who've already done 2 stops. Nobody in the top 5's made a pit stop yet. What's he doing? Alright, there's 2 pit stops done.
Oh, what a scumbag!
3 to go. Ugh. Might have been a bad pit stop decision. The top 5 will have to start making their pit stops on this lap. Otherwise they won't be able to get all of their pit stops in. Kind of done a one off, one on, one off, one on strategy with the pit stop so far. I have no idea where I am position-wise. I don't know how many pit stops Hobbs ahead of me has done. I don't know. I have no idea. 5 pit stops makes it completely impossible to know your finishing position until the very end. So I've still got 3 pit stops to make. This is lap 5. 6, 7, 8 and 9. So I'm only going to have 1 more lap. Where I'm not going to make a pit stop. Lap 6 out of 9. Fraction nice. can't believe we're actually doing the April Fool's MCEC. What is life? Up into 5th. Beautiful. Said I was fighting for a top 5. Alright, I'm going to have to do a pit stop every lap for the last 3 laps. And I think the top 4... Didn't I say the top 5 previously were in the same position? So I'm going to be fighting over 4th place with Axel. Not, like, corrected for pit stops. And there might be someone behind who's already done more pit stops who'll also be in the fight. There's no way we're catching the top 3. So all of us in the top 5 need to make pit stops every lap from now on, I think. I think that's how it works out. Hasn't been too bad of a little comeback. No chance of a podium position in this race though. The top 3 is being locked out. Top 3 is GT1. Mid-pack is GT2. Alright, 3 laps to go, 3 pit stops to make. See where we end up. Be curious to see if anybody comes up out of nowhere having done some early pit stops. No! Rip! There's nothing I could do to avoid. Got no grip in the snow. Well, that gives me 4th place, but whether I'll keep it or not is much less obvious now. I lost, what, 5 seconds in that? Everybody's coming in. Alright. It's whether there's someone in this sort of pack who like still has a non-pit stop in hand and will just be able to like fly past everybody. I don't know whether anybody does. C. Wilson, maybe? Like, maybe C. Wilson did all of his pit stops on the first couple of laps and he's just going to do no pit stops on the last few laps and come past everybody. Take away 4th, best of the rest. It's interesting how the top 3 have all just done the same strategy as well. Like, to each other, I mean. Alright, 2 laps, 2 pit stops left to go. Considering this came out of like just some random idea that I made up in a few minutes and then spent 10 minutes picking out some cars and then making a video about it, we got a pretty decent race out of this. We were never meant to, but it worked quite well in the end. There's absolutely no multi-classness to all of it, like, but not round 1 at least. So I think Master and AJ Axel still have to make 2 pit stops like I do. And I think I've got enough in hand over anybody else to be able to keep 4th. Just need to do it. Yeah. Everybody's coming in. It's a risky strat. Like, I can understand why everybody's left their pit stops to the final couple of laps. Like, I get it. Because it's so risky to take an early pit stop. Because you end up behind people and the risk is that you're going to lose more time than you possibly gain. It actually worked out pretty well for me, that early pit stop I made. But could have very easily not have. And I didn't push my luck, I only did 1 early pit stop. Five pit stops per race will be a little less annoying on a shorter track. But it's been interesting, nevertheless. Alright, last lap. Seems like 9 laps was perfect. Given how long it took to get started, it's going to be about right for a 45-minute race. There was no beating the top 3. I'm pretty happy if I can keep best of the rest. But who knows, there still might be someone lurking behind who doesn't need to make a stop on this final lap. Alright, last pit stop. Am I going to keep fourth? Well, let's see. Come 5th and 6th. Is anybody continuing? Looks like somebody is. Somebody's gonna leap up the order. Who is that?
Oh, what a scumbag!
Zombie Rip. I did say I wonder if there's someone behind who's done all of their pit stops before the final lap and is gonna leapfrog everybody. Zombie Rip gets himself up into 5th place. Must have overtaken about 3 people. I remember we were racing early on in the race as well. Pretty happy to have kept 4th though, even with that time loss from Ajax's crash. After a bad first lap. GG to the top 3 though. Lost it all the way through. Kawanashi won. Maybe they took an early pit stop as well. And when I saw them all at the front, they were actually, there was a pit stop ahead essentially. I'll take best of the rest. Pretty cool. That was more difficult than the Krieger, and the battle was better than anything I had in Season 5. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. Top 3 were in a different level though. GG's everybody. Not a bad start to MCEC Season 6.